on September 7th, the defendant leaves, the mom is at home, and the mom's angry. Does she want to hurt Colin or kill him or do anything to him? No. You're going to see firsthand that Kathy texted her son between 12 and 12:29, and he received it. And she texted him, Colin, the recordings of you admitting to killing, and then she stated who it was, and planning the murder. There are 4 different instances from my Ring camera, are all going to Bob, Susie, Amanda, and Chris at 3 p.m. today. And mind you, this is the day that he murders her, shortly thereafter. So Kathy continues on. Plus, the recovered audio from Chuck's iCloud, where you told your dad you hated me and I was an evil are being sent too. My dad is sending me his recordings of you telling him how you planned my murder back in February. Now, there were 2 ladies across the street in separate houses. They see Kathy and they see the defendant, and they're having an obvious argument. And then they saw the defendant grab his mom by the hair and start dragging her from the driveway carport into the house. And as that happens, Kathy is telling her son, Colin, stop. You're going to see pictures of Kathy who came out of her flip-flops as the defendant was attacking her. And you will see firsthand the carnage that Kathy suffered as she laid in the pool of blood that came out of that deep gash in her neck, compliments of her son, Colin Griffith.
September 7th, there was in fact an argument over whether Colin would help her put up a bookshelf. And he is not being entirely respectful to her when he says, it'll take too long, I have to go to work. And this is Kathy's reaction. Get out and don't come back. She starts in the early morning hours of Sunday the 8th making repeated calls to Susan and to Colin. I mean, she is all over the place insisting that Colin come back home. She went to him, and the neighbors that you heard about will tell you that she came in hot and angry. Kathy and Colin go back into the house, and it's about an hour later that Colin calls 911, crying, upset, saying, we got in a long fight, my mother's bleeding out, please send someone right away. And when first responders get there, she was already dead. What you're going to have to decide at the end of all this, and by the way, Colin has wounds too, is whether the state has proved to you beyond a reasonable doubt that what they claim happened, that Colin somehow planned this, he's been plotting it for months.